second with a ring now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip as a skill, it's the highest cruise a bill, ain't nothing to the heel. We just slip on, spin move.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Off the play fake. Wooten. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw. Wooten. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
There's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Open man is Duvernay. Winston. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. From the gun, Winston. That's taken in by Duvernay. Winston. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They'll throw again. Winston. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. This is Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Past the 20, and he takes this one back into the end zone. This defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
11 on the play. And a Cowboy first down.
The first down throw for Winston. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line.
First down, Dallas.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Jameis to throw it. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds.
Complete to Amari Cooper.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Looking again that time for Amari Cooper, but it'll be 2nd and goal. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Winston. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Complete.
CeeDee Lamb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
At their own 20.
Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, Extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guy who's going to throw the ball to him, spending time watching tape, spending time reading defenses, and, of course, getting himself ready to play.
A nice run there by Gurley on first down as he'll get about 7 out of it.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Todd Gurley, the ball carrier.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Pick up a 3. Brings up second.
On 2nd and 7, Winston into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Boston. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You're looking there, the defensive back is maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
7 yards, the pickup there.
To number 89.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Operating from the gun. Wooten. No return here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're almost discrediting their work.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Jarrett on the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up 6.
Here's Elliott. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Ezekiel Elliott.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. First down, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Elliott on the carry.
Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's coming, and down he goes. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 7. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 85 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, but the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
To try here for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10. Wooten. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Quarterback taken down and sacked.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
And on 2nd and 11 now. Winston. To right side to Cooper. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field, and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. To him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
He is good.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cowboys now recover. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case,
Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will give him a 12-point lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to drop?
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch. But you and I both know that they had planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
26 yards.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Brought down by Trey.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A Cowboy first down.
Jameis now on first down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter play. Back now in Atlanta. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
First down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Winston, and that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
25 yards.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on 1st down. Wooten. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. From the gun, Wooten. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again. Wooten. He's going to find and complete it to Renfrow. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 10.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
It's to 2nd and goal.
operating from the gun. Wooten. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
A first down carry by Elliott. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Entering screen resume.
Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. It's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And it's third down.
Sets up a third down and 18.
From the gun, Wooten. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pass intended for Josh Reynolds. Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. He takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really, you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want?"
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Hunter Renfrow is the man he was looking for. And it's third down.
Brings up third down and 17.
Throwing on third and long. Wooten. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Final score,
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep